In last week's video, we spent the night at an awesome beach and then endured a 4.5-hour border crossing from Costa Rica to Nicaragua. While driving, we saw a very interesting graveyard up on the hill, and so of course we had to stop and take a look at it. They're gonna yell at me. Oh jeez. Oh, it's like a Saints Day. This was our campsite for last night. We are in Nicaragua. It took so long at the border. We needed to find a spot to stay the night since we weren't going to be able to drive all the way across Nicaragua. And so we found this. It's a hotel and event space and restaurant. We opted to stay out here in the parking lot, and they let us stay in there for free. But if you stay inside there, you can go in through those gates. And if you stay in there, then I think it costs $5 US. It covers the use of the pool, and they'll open a hotel room for you if they have one. So you can use the shower and the bathroom. They do have public bathrooms. And it's really nice, and beer is really cheap, and they have, you know, okay food. And they're super, super nice people. So we had a very nice night, even though they had a wedding here. Cool. And now we're up bright and early, ready to drive to Honduras and cross the border into Honduras. Cow.
Ooh, that guy stopped. There's all sorts of cops up here.
Bro.
Oh. I'll see if I can hide.
Top of the truck, and now he's trying something. Hopefully he doesn't fall off and we run over him. Got bikes in the back.
Yeah, they all got mountain bikes. That's like a mountain bike club or something.
That's cool. Exiting Nicaragua took just as much time as entering Nicaragua, which was kind of funny, and Reggie had to be scanned yet again. But after a couple of hours, we were finally allowed to proceed to Honduras. Oh, there's a stop sign. Here's a cone.
I don't see anything or anybody. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I think I can just go up here.
It's hard to describe just how difficult it was for us to get into Honduras, but suffice it to say, it consisted of a lot of hours, a lot of pleading, a lot of running around, but we made it. The day before the border closure for Americans was to take effect.
Yeah, this is different.
It's very different.
Than what we're seeing.
It's kind of crazy. It's kind of like Utah. The border crossing took us so long that we were only able to drive about an hour and a half into Honduras. Fortunately, we had a hotel picked out where they would let you camp in the parking lot, and so we made it there just as the sun set.
So we didn't make it to Guatemala before the border closed. So we're here in Honduras, and it looks like we're going to be here until the border reopens, which nobody knows. So we found a little place to be at, although we were only going to be here for a day or two. Now we're being forced to stay here longer because at 3 p.m. today, they're stopping all movement and closing everything for what we heard was 48 hours. So we're gonna be here for at least a few more days. But it's a nice place. It's got a nice pool and the bar is fully stocked. So I think we're good. And when we went into town today, we went to a shopping mall.
This is the mall, and they're restricting it to 250 people at a time, so it's really amazing.
Which was all closed except for the banks. And luckily we were able to get out money, but that was even, we're starting to have a run on that. And we went to a País, which is essentially a Walmart. And we were in a queue to get in the store. Then once you got in the store, you could probably get all your shopping done in about 15-20 minutes, and then you stood in line for probably an hour to give them your money. So people are definitely doing the same thing as what we heard was happening in the US. Probably not as bad, but it's happening here too. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to our channel if you are not already. And join us next week when we have a day in our quarantine life.